I have picked out some amazing pieces for you. They're feminine, they're classic, and they are elegant. And they're gonna really elevate your wardrobe this spring. So find out what they are. So here I'm wearing a dress called Mika, and it's from a brand called Reformation. A brand that I actually like shopping from because I think that they have moderately priced their items for being a mid-range brand. Now the reason why I chose this dress, several reasons actually. First of all, color red, very feminine. I love the color red, and I really want you ladies to have at least a few red colored dresses at home. You're gonna be surprised how much positive male attention you're gonna get. And then we have the cut of the dress. Very classic, maybe almost a little bit of vintage style, traditional. For some it might be a bit too conservative. But I personally think that adding the red plus conservative, and then you have maybe personal grooming like I have today that is a little bit more, I don't know, flirty, feminine, relaxed, sensual somehow. It adds a good, nice little mix to it, meaning that it's not all just stuffy and boring and kind of uptight. You know when you eat like salt and sweet popcorn? I personally like that mix when I style myself, that I have something like quite conservative and then I have something a little bit more less conservative. The drawback of wearing something like this could be for the petite ladies. You might feel like you're drowned in this length of a dress because it's maybe a little bit more suitable for ladies of my height, regular height, or maybe tall ladies. Another drawback is the fact that dresses like this, you usually have to wear them with heels. Some of these kind of dresses can be worn with flats, but I wouldn't wear this dress with flats. It looks better with a pair of sandals. You might be wondering, wow, that's unusual for Anna to buy something like that. And indeed, you will not often see me wear a jumpsuit. And there are many technical reasons for that. Number one, I have an hourglass body shape, and for us, we usually find it problematic to find a jumpsuit that doesn't kind of pull up our crotch. So for this reason, I tend to avoid them. Now this jumpsuit, I thought, you know what, let me be a little bit experimental with you, because I know we have many different body types washing, and if you're somebody with a more straighter body type, then for sure jumpsuits would work on you, most likely at least, depending on, of course, some other body proportions. But I explain all of that in my course about fashion called The Elegant Stylist. So this jumpsuit is by a brand called Cezanne, and I specifically chose it because I like the price. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a fairly decent price, and I saw the material, and actually even in person the material is quite nice. It's very thick, and for the low price of 120 euro something, I was, wow, shocked. It's a bargain. Must try it on. And to be honest, in person it does look expensive. It looks like it would cost, I don't know, over 300, 400 euros, let's say. And what I like about Cezanne is that it's a French brand, and they do kind of very classically French style clothing for a really decent price. So the style of this jumpsuit is quite, I would say, maybe more trendy, fashionista style, maybe a little bit more edgy for some. It's not hyper feminine at all, but sometimes you can still look feminine in something that has more of a masculine touch to it. It all depends how you groom yourself, what shoes you're wearing, how you accessorize things. As you can see, I have done my hair, I'm wearing a pair of heels, I'm wearing a little bag, and you know what? Then it doesn't look as masculine as if I would just wear it with a pair of sneakers and my hair pulled up. What I also like about this outfit is the fact that it is very retro. And I think anything retro can signal a lot of elegance because it kind of brings out the vintage feel sometimes. A big plus of this jumpsuit is the fact that it has a belt. If it didn't have a belt, then I would not have recommended it to you, because the belt adds a bit of femininity, which is really nice considering that everything else is quite masculine. So this next little outfit, you see a pop of color, which we love in spring. Finally, no more black, no more gray, can't see that anymore. But instead, we're flourishing in beautiful feminine colors like purple. And hi Teddy, hi. Sorry, but you're interrupting. Yeah, you're interrupting, Teddy, go play. So this dress is from a brand called Sandro, another French brand, which I do like. Really nice mid-range brand with really good quality clothing, even if sometimes it can cost a bit. The only thing that concerns me a little bit about this dress are the sleeves. You see these balloon sleeves? They kind of widens you a little bit on the upper body, considering that this is a mini dress and they really kind of tightens here. So you end up looking actually a bit wider on the upper body. So certain body types really have to be cautious with this. Now, do I personally like mini dresses? No, I don't. I prefer longer dresses, but I do know, ladies, that I have many of you watching that are perhaps younger and you love wearing minis and it works perfectly fine for your body type. So of course I wanted to include something, and this dress really stood out to me because of its beautiful color. The color is just striking. I love this purple, and purple is a color that really goes with most color complexions. Another thing that I really love about this dress is the fabric. Sandro are really good in using high quality materials on the mid-range level. And I also do really appreciate the feminine silhouette of this dress. It's a small, tiny A-line, but it has this kind of feminine detailing. So here we have another dress from Reformation, and it's also another mini dress. I am not a big fan, as you can see. I really don't feel comfortable in these dresses that are really short. I feel like I'm a little bit too old now for them, but they can really be suitable on the right body type. What I really liked about this dress is I love the fabric. I love the kind of tweed with the matching black buttons, because the black in the buttons matches the black in the tweed and it just looks very harmonious. Another detail that was really cleverly made, and actually not many kind of designers make this detail, is an adjustable waist. Now, those ladies who have taken my Elegant Stylist program, and by the way, if you haven't, go to elegantstylist.me and find out more about how you can learn fashion styling with me. It is my signature course where I teach you everything that I know about styling so that you can also become a pro in the styling department. And trust me, if you think that you learned a lot in today's video, you're gonna learn so much more if you join my program. Now, inside my school, I teach ladies about the waist placement and how it really differentiates among different body types. But this dress has really taken the female waist placement in mind, because actually it has a waist feature in the back that you can tighten and therefore create a waist placement silhouette for you that is suitable, specific for your body type. Because not everybody has their waist in exactly the same place, and that's really important to pay attention to when you are shopping for clothes. Because actually many ladies don't even understand that they bought a dress where the waist maybe sits here, although their waist is like up here. And then it looks odd. I must tell you that I'm not a big fan of these, actually. I thought it was gonna look a little bit better in person because these sleeves are definitely widening the upper body. It can be very much suitable for those ladies who have slopey shoulders and need a bit of width to balance out the body proportions. And had it not been for the too short length for my taste, I would have actually gotten this dress myself. But in my case, I just don't think it's really suitable for me, but I know it's gonna be suitable for many of you ladies. Oh, and by the way, everything that you see in today's video is linked below in the description box. Okay, expectation versus reality. The picture on the website made this dress look amazing, and now that I'm putting it on, I don't know, I don't think it looks amazing on me whatsoever. And I am actually already seeing a few issues. Now, one of the issues that really struck me immediately is like, where is this belt? Where is the belt from the picture that they were showing? It's empty here. So that is already a big minus, because obviously when you have a little detail here, the dress would look much nicer. But then there's another problem, and actually right now you can't see it, but the dress is a little bit on the bigger side for me. The zipper in the back is also not really holding it together, so I feel like this dress is kind of just sliding down, so I have to like pull it up all the time. Now then there is another detail that ruins everything with this dress. Can you see what it is? The dress is actually too long for me. It cuts off my leg really in the wrong place, where I actually end up looking shorter. And this is a very common problem that a lot of petite ladies feel. So in this case, I would say that this dress would probably look really nice on a lady who is quite tall or has tall legs. But me, I am somebody of a regular height, so yeah, this dress is simply too long for me. Had it been a little bit shorter where you can actually see my ankles, then it would have been nicer. But right now it cuts off in a very funny place, making me look short, wide, and just simply compact. I want to talk about upperwear. But when I say that, it sounds like we're going to talk about Tupperware. Blouses, tops, shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, knitwear, you name it, are so important in our wardrobe, especially during these transitional times when it's still a little bit too cold to just wear bare shoulders. We need something a little bit more covering. And I think it's quite hard to find nice blouses. Either they're going to have all kinds of ugly prints, or they're going to have a material, if you're looking for something on a budget or mid-range, that is not 100%. Or it looks a bit frumpy perhaps. This one I really liked. First of all, I thought the color was nice. It's not my 100% color because it's a muted blue, which is not really a top color for me, but it's still okay, like, because it goes in the blue department and most blues work on me. So this is kind of like a silky blouse slash shirt, and it's really nice. It feels comfortable, the material feels high-end. The only drawback of it, and it's on purpose actually, which sometimes brands do, which I don't really understand why they do it, but they add a little wash out effect. Don't ask me why, because who wants a garment to look washed out? Not me, that's for sure. But yes, this one is a little bit washed out, but I would actually still not put a cross on it because it still looks quite nice in real life. One of the reasons why I love blouses is because I love wearing high-waisted trousers, as you can see here. And then I love tucking my blouse in just the way I've done it here. And then it gives me this illusion of really long legs, yet it kind of looks a little bit nonchalant when it's hanging halfway out. And I like that touch because everything that is like properly aligned and, you know, can feel a little bit stuffy and a little bit too elegant sometimes. You want to have that a little bit semi-casual, semi-relaxed feel while still being very dressed up. It adds a really nice harmony to your outfit, which is something that I like, especially in this outfit. You can see a nice pair of tailored trousers with a nice kind of chic blouse that is semi-tucked in. Perfect. Let's talk knitwear. And I want to actually show you something pretty immediately. Look. Frumpy, boring, old-fashioned, really plain and basic. However, if you just tuck it in a little bit, instantly it becomes more elevated. Now this is a trick, ladies, that I really want you to pay attention to, because sometimes we're gonna find really beautiful sweaters, cardigans, etc. that don't work in their kind of natural shape. You have to jazz it up a bit. Oh, and I got some other colors too I want to show you. Let's try them on. Ah, ladies, what is going on here? Expectations versus reality once again. On the website, this top looks so feminine, so chic, elegant, but in person, it does not look as nice. The whole construction of the blouse is not really nice. Plus, it has no waist definition whatsoever, making you look wider. Of course, not every garment needs to have waist definition, but trust me, this one I kind of expected that it would have, and that's also another reason why I purchased it. No, this one, I'm sorry, ladies, I'm not even gonna bother going further reviewing this garment. It's a no from me. You know, I started this video by wearing polka dot. Why not end this video with polka dot? And the reason why is because polka dot is a print that is probably one of the most classic and elegant prints you will find. but also very feminine prints as well. And I was also talking very heavily about upperwear in today's video, which is why I wanted to end with yet another blouse, because I think we all need a lot of blouses because it gives us a lot of variations in our wardrobes. Separates are always a good investment. Trust me on that one and memorize that. Think about that polka dots come in all kinds of colors, shapes and forms, and you can see that here I'm wearing something more kind of white dots with navy, and here you have black dots with white print. Earlier I had something completely different. So think about that polka dots come in all kinds of variations. Now in my next video I'm actually going to share more shopping tips with you, so make sure you hop on over to that video because I will see you there.